Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Talking Tech. I'm Alana.
I'm Noah. You know that already.
And today we're covering 3 topics: SEO, keyword research, and implementation and indexing. So let's just start talking about keyword research and what it's all about.
Sure, yeah. So these 3 main concepts here are really one idea. The idea being SEO. So the first step is keyword research. So when I say keyword research, it's exactly what it sounds like. Really, I'm researching keywords. So typically, how we'll get the process started is, if you are interested in SEO services from us here at IT Edge, we'll typically have an introductory call with the client where we'll figure out what services they want to advertise, where they want to advertise to, or I shouldn't say advertise so much as just areas they want to appeal to,
Right.
industries they want to appeal to, services they offer. So pretty much just the main idea about your whole company. And so let's say, for example, I'll use this moving company that's a client of ours simply because I've done a lot of SEO work for them. During our initial call, our client said, we do long distance moving, we do like senior relocation services, and packing and unpacking services, just as an example. So when I'm conducting keyword research, those 3 services right there, I would use as seed keywords. So basically, I'm taking that keyword and then selecting the best offshoots of that keyword, or how popular those offshoots are. So really, the whole process of keyword research, I know this is kind of a convoluted way of saying it. The whole process of keyword research is finding the best possible ranking relevant keywords for your website. And we do that by taking the seed keywords you give us, plugging it into a database, and literally just manually scrubbing through all those keywords and selecting the ones that we think are the best for you.
Right. And then what is the importance of it altogether?
So, like I said, it's really about picking the best ranking keywords, the most popular ones. Of course, there are more things than popularity. There's a lot of heavier analytics that I won't get into simply because it's boring. But it's important because choosing good keywords is essentially the foundation of building a good SEO presence. The keywords and the content are what optimize your site. So without that steady base of good popular keywords, you're not gonna have much luck with the whole SEO process.
Moving on to our next topic, SEO. Can you give a rundown of what it is and what it stands for?
Yes. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So that's again essentially what it sounds like is that you're making sure your pages or your website as a whole is properly optimized for search engines, mainly Google. I don't want to throw any shade at Bing or Yahoo or anything, but Google's our main focus, at least here at IT Edge. So search engine optimization, like I said, self-explanatory. It works in tandem with the keywords. So the basis of optimization and SEO writing is the keywords. So we'll take one of those keywords. So let's say senior relocation services in Chester County, and we'll assign that to a web page. And then we'll write the content for that web page using various SEO writing rules that you have to follow, essentially. Again, very convoluted and very boring, so I'm not going to go through that whole thing. But essentially, you have to follow all of these rules while you write the content to this specific page. And then once the content is written for that specific page, you're essentially ready to move on to the next step.
Right. And then how would that affect a business?
So it's pretty much one of the only ways to drive organic traffic, organic meaning non-paid, to your website. So of course you can get things like direct traffic, which is when you actually type in the email or sorry the URL of the website. That counts as organic. You could get people coming over from social profiles, but the real valuable part of SEO is getting yourself on that first page of Google within like the top 5 results. Because be honest, how many people scroll to the second page of Google?
Yeah.
Not a lot. And there are just so many websites out there that if you're trying to stay competitive in the modern world, I feel like optimizing your website and staying optimized is a great way to do it.
Right. So then our last point we're going to touch on is implementation and indexing. So
Sure.
let's go into the process of it and what it looks like.
Right. So implementation, pretty much just as I mentioned, we'll take a seed keyword, take an offshoot of that, then we'll write the content, and then once the page is built, it essentially comes down to posting it on whatever platform that your website is hosted on. So, for example, we use WordPress here, WP Engine at IT Edge for a lot of our websites. So once the web page is finished, there are a couple hoops we have to jump through. We make sure that the page is properly optimized by running it through a couple different page checkers and just doing manual labor, looking at it ourselves. So once that page is posted, it moves us on to indexing, which is really the final step of implementation. They're kind of one and the same, posting and indexing. So essentially, indexing is whenever a new page, a new web page goes up on Google, Google has an algorithm that helps them detect new pages, and then it'll have to like crawl them in order to recognize that it's a web page and actually display it when somebody searches for something. And that can take a while because there's, a lot of websites out there, a lot of different web pages out there. So indexing is a process that we do manually. We take the URL from that live website and we just feed it to Google directly via the Google Search Console. So that way it just has it right there. It doesn't have to go searching for it. You know what I mean? Excuse me. That essentially cuts out a very big amount of time and allows your website to start getting recognized pretty much almost instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing is important. I highly recommend it for everybody and anybody out there. Not just because I like doing it, because it's good for you.
Awesome. Well, that's it on SEO, keyword research, and implementation and indexing. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time.